lied to me once again, Mr. Calendar. It's time to take you out back. Hi! Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Biersack from the Grammy Award-winning band Diarrhea Planet. That's an actual band, and I am so excited to be back on another episode of My Digital Escape this week. But for realsies, my name is Richie from Social Repose, in case you got me mixed up with another headdress-wearing winged fellow. And today I'm here to chat with you about some stuff. You know what, I feel like today's episode is so important that you should take whatever device you're listening to this episode on, turn up the volume to 100%, maybe buy a megaphone, or if you have a megaphone handy, and put it up to your device and amplify it so everybody in the room can hear everything that I'm saying right now. I'll give you a moment so you can do that. Alright, am I turned up all the way, headphones out, 100% with a megaphone to the speakers? That's fan-fucking-tastic, because there's gonna be a lot of Satan words in today's episode. I hope that was a good enough disclaimer for you. Because my topic on My Digital Escape this week is top 10 reasons to not give a fuck. Because apparently I am the sole resident of Give No Fucksville, and I've gotten pretty good at it if you haven't noticed. And I even scribbled up a very professional list, so I don't forget any key details on why it's super important to not give a fuck. So, here we go. So, number one on the top 10 reasons why you should not give a fuck is you shouldn't give a fuck because you're going to die anyway. YOLO. I feel like I was pretty turnt when I wrote this. Just imagine with me real quick. Just go on a little quick adventure. Imagine you're on your deathbed, you're surrounded by all your family members, and you gave a ton of fucks during your lifetime. Way too many fucks. You know what you're probably gonna say to them right before you die? I wish I gave less fucks in my lifetime. I wish I just let go. I wish I was less high-strung, and I wish I just let myself do the things that I wanted to do and the things that I was passionate about. Don't get me wrong, there's always a time and a place to give a fuck, but if you give too many fucks in your lifetime, you're just gonna hold yourself back, alright? You need to embrace the YOLO mentality, or Carpe Diem for smart people, or what I like to do is mix dumb with smart and go with Carpe YOLO, which I do very seriously intend to get tattooed across my chest. Number 2 on the list of why you shouldn't give a fuck is because you can pretty much do whatever you want. People who give zero fucks, not even a single fuck, generally kind of can do whatever they want and can get away with whatever they want. Pretty much nothing is holding them back, and the sooner you realize that giving a fuck holds you back, it pins you down to everyone else's wants and desires, and the sooner you stop giving a fuck, the sooner you'll start thinking for yourself and ultimately being more happy. Okay, so number 3 on reasons to not give a fuck are people are fucking retarded sheeple. I certainly have a way with words. Most people are really fucking dumb. And I feel like it's my job to tell you to not be one of those people. And the second you start not giving a fuck is the second you start thinking freely. And when you think freely and for yourself, it is nearly impossible to be part of the herd or part of the sheeple clan of really dumb retardedness. And when I say the word sheeple, I'm pretty much referring to the people that follow all the current trends and just don't think for themselves and just kind of blindly follow what everyone else is doing. And you can certainly not do that by not giving a fuck, so just don't do it. Just don't give a fuck. Just don't do it. Alright, number 4. Man, I have really bad handwriting. Because MCR broke up, and honestly, I haven't given a fuck about anything since then. Anyway. Yep, definitely drunk when I wrote this. That one is pretty self-explanatory. Still bummed, still living in 2013. And number 5 on reasons why you shouldn't give a fuck, it'll ultimately open a lot more opportunities for you. Personally, when I decided to stop giving a fuck about what anyone thought of me, people instantly started to be kind of more attracted to me and kind of what I was doing with my life. So when you stop giving a fuck about what everyone else thinks about you, more opportunities will open up and more people will ultimately kind of come into your life. Number 6 on my list of reasons to stop giving a fuck are you will become a much more confident person with yourself and everyone else ultimately around you. Man, Richie, that is so true. I know. Self 5. And these explanations are getting pretty redundant, but still, it's super important. The second you stop giving a fuck, you'll be way more confident. If other people want to judge how you look or what you're doing, that's totally fine. That's totally on them, but you don't need to have it affect you. Because if you don't give a shit about what they think, then none of their words matter. And number 7 on my list of why you shouldn't give a fuck anymore. Number 7, right? Okay, number 7, right. Alright, cool. This one's very short and to the point. Fuck social norms. I mean, for real though, social norms are pretty much put into place to make you think like everyone else and to kind of not do your own thing. I really only have 2 rules when it comes to following social norms. 1, don't kill anybody, and 2, don't break any major laws. Other than that, everything is kind of free game. Do whatever you're passionate about, dress however the fuck you want. Absolutely nothing is stopping you unless you live in North Korea. Then you'll probably die, so don't do that. It's gonna be bad for you and your family. Naming 10 things is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. 10's a really big number. Number 9 on reasons why you shouldn't give a fuck. I can't really make out what I said because I wrote it really stupidly, but pretty much most successful people, or at least revolutionary people, didn't give a fuck at one point in order to make it to what they were trying to do. That didn't make very much sense. Let me try and lay this point out in an example because that's the best way I know how. Story time. Alright, so there's this guy named George Washington, the first president of the United States, and he didn't give a fuck because when King Henry wanted to hold him down, he's like, nah man, and then he went to Antarctica and colonized that place, and England was like, what? He was all like, yeah bitch, this is my place now. And that's how America was founded. By a man who didn't give a fuck and went against the people who gave lots of fucks. So maybe I wasn't so good at history. You get my point, and that's what matters. Alright, so I am down to my final point on this list, written at the way bottom, and I feel like I wrote this because I ran out of things to say, because as I said, 10 is a very large number. I said you shouldn't give any fucks because I said so. So if none of my other points on this list rang true to you at all, I feel like this one should, because I'm right 100% of the time. So if your teacher asks you in school, Jimmy, why don't you give any fucks? You should say, Richie from Social Repose told you not to. And there you have it. That is my list on why you should not give a single fuck. And in case you've forgotten already, my name is Richie from Social Repose. I'd just like to give a huge shout out to Brian Stars, Jaden, Johnny Gilbert, the rest of the My Digital Escape crew for having me on their channel again. And one last thing before I go, I'd love to know, what are your reasons for not giving a fuck? I feel like I probably missed a couple things, and I feel like you might know something I don't. So please leave a comment below letting me know. You can find all my information to my channel in the description below, and as always, stay classy, but not too classy, because then you'll be super lame. Oh my god, goodbye. I